we're on Harbor Drive right now. We're heading south. We're actually going towards downtown San Diego, but the sun is up right now, believe it or not. But this here was one of the things of course you got to put up with it, but it was foggy like this a lot at certain times of the year. In the morning, you couldn't see squat. And here's the Star of India. This thing was here back in '94 when I was in here. Because it hasn't moved. And here's the USS Midway, CV-41. I guess this thing's been decommissioned. I used to work on CSS CV-64, the Constellation, and that one has been decommissioned too. In fact, as far as I know, it's been scrapped. Maybe that's what they should do with this one, scrap it. You know why? Because it looks like a lot of good steel going to waste right here. You know, there's another aircraft carrier over there on Coronado Island over there. That one looks like it's pretty good size over there. I'm not sure which one that is. In fact, it looks like there's two of them there. Maybe one of those is the USS Ronald Reagan, which is a nuclear one. But you know what? Maybe I'll go over there later on, across the Coronado Bridge over there to Coronado Island. Check that out. I should be able to get in there with my base pass, and maybe even use the commissary over there. That's the Carnival ship Elation. You know, it looks like there's some high-dollar cabins there on the side with little patios there on the side. That would be nice, hanging out in one of those, I guess. On a world cruise. And those are some pretty fancy condominiums up there. Damn, I wonder what those cost. Okay, we're going across Coronado Bridge right now, over to North Island right now. This is right here. I think we're about what 500 feet up in the air or something down there. It's just high enough for the aircraft carriers to clear, and you can't really see over the wall too. But this is the road I used to take to go to work every day out here in Coronado Island. But it cost me $1. It cost me $1 every day to get across here. Of course, it didn't cost anything coming back, but going across. Toll station. In fact, I heard of people actually putting a dummy in their car on the right hand side, because if you had a passenger with you, it wouldn't cost $1. But oh god, I guess there's no toll today. Huh. Well, that's good. And if I can remember how I used to, I would take this first right here to get off here. In fact, I think I would take this truck lane right here. Right, I think I would go right down Glorieta Boulevard, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, I'm curious to see if my damn base pass back in that I used to get on the Kirkland Air Force Base out in Albuquerque will work here to get on the North Island Naval Base station. It's been 14 years since I've been down this stretch right here. In fact, it's been, Jesus, almost 15 years in actuality. But that fancy Coronado Motel that's over that way, I guess it costs an arm and a leg to stay in that place. But you know, I always liked this little town right here. It was a pretty nice little place. In fact, somebody I used to work with lived right here in Coronado, and it was a pretty nice area. And I'd go down to that little park right under the bridge a few times. Anyway, I'll see if I can get on the base up here. I'm out here on North Island. I'm inside I'm standing in that Marina Park. That's Balboa Bridge right there, which I just crossed over. But that's looking over towards San Diego over there, Balboa Park area. And there's downtown San Diego. Okay, there's CV-68, which is the USS Nimitz, right there, and there's another one right up here. I forget which one that is here. This is what the hell is this? Well, that's the CV-76. I'm not sure which one that is, but it's it looks like it just restocking, unless they're in here for some maintenance work.